his teeth, his mouth, that lisp. I don't see why anybody want to watch his videos. What's up, you guys? This is your boy Scotty, and you're watching my review on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 8 or 9. I don't know which one it is, but I know when I post a video. But shout out to since I made that statement at the beginning of the video, shout out to my loyal supporters that watch my videos despite the fact that I may be a little bit facially challenged and I'm not the best looking guy in the world. But thank you for watching. I mean, I never knew that a person's looks and physical features that may be flawed are the reasons for people watching videos. I thought it was all about the content, right? But let's just get into the video. Okay, this episode really ain't all that. So I got like 5 notes, and it's like I'm really gonna be running through it because it ain't really much to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, this episode was a little bit boring to me. It wasn't really eventful. Really nothing. I mean, this is one of those filler episodes that we get to have in the middle of the season, I guess. So let's just talk about Kandi and Demetria. Apparently, Demetria got her this record deal with E1. It's a independent label. It's a lot of it's a label where a lot of the '90s acts like Faith Evans and other people got, record deals because major labels aren't really knocking on the doors for R&B music. And I will be doing a video talking about R&B music again. I did an R&B rant like 2 years ago, and I want to do an R&B video again. So let me just put that on out there. Y'all might get at least 3 or 4 videos this week instead of 2. But let's talk about that. You know, Demetria can sing and she also can act, but I don't see it for her in the music industry because when you don't have a big budget behind you, especially as an R&B artist, your music tends to suffer. And especially with her and Kandi doing a duet, I'm not one of the ones that won't buy the shit, you know what I'm saying, if it's nice, because I only heard bits and pieces of the song just by watching the video, just by watching the show. So I may have to listen to the full song, but just by hearing just a tad bit that I did hear, it's not really a song that will sell in 2015. It's more so would sell in 1995, not even 2005, but 1995. It has that whole swag to it. You can tell that Kandi wrote it because it sounds like something she would have did with Escape a long time ago. So they all excited. Candy's executive producing her album that will be coming out or whatever, and Kandi just wants to get her feet wet, and she doesn't want to abandon her musical side because Kandi hasn't really done any music in a long time, which is true. The last time she did some music was when she put out her Candy Coated album, which was back in 2010. I actually bought that CD, and it was actually good. It was a good R&B album. 2010 was probably the last good R&B year we had, but that was one of the best. It was a good R&B album. Y'all need to listen to it. One song that I'm gonna tell y'all to listen to just so y'all can hear the album. That album, particularly if you got if you got an iPhone and you got Apple Music, type in Candy Coated. If you don't want to hear nothing else, I would prefer that you listen to that song. Me and You is like a remake of the Outkast song Elevators, and it was written by Neo. And he's featured in background vocals. And if you haven't heard that song, just listen to it. That's one of my favorite songs off the album. Whenever I want somebody to hear that Kandi album, I prefer them to listen to that song, then they take it from there. So they do the video shoot. Kandi is a bit pregnant. She's in her second trimester at this point, because I know that green screen, that little confessional she did, I know that had to be more recent because she is big as a house on there. So I know that was a bit more recent than any other. So yeah, she looked cute in the video. Her and Demetria really look cute on it. And I agree with some other people when I say that I don't like curly hair on Demetria. I don't think it's flattering to her per se. Not saying that she's ugly with it, but I don't like it on her. That's just my personal opinion on it. Peter takes Cynthia out on a date. They trying to rebuild their marriage or whatever, and it's all cute. I don't really like Cynthia, and I damn sure don't like Patricia. But at the end of the day, it is nice to see people that's been married for at least 5 years or even 10 that's trying to get their relationship on track, because I don't like neither one of them. But it's always sad to see a marriage fall apart, and their marriage is falling apart. You know, they've been through the trenches together, is what Mimi Faust would say. And I would prefer to see them move past this whole video thing. And it's nice to see that Cynthia's happy and everything like that. So I don't really have nothing negative to say about that. I just really don't give a fuck. But it's nice to see them get past everything. Kenya and Matt, I really don't care about what happened with them and their damn love and basketball date. But it is nice to see Kenya getting her ass out there trying to find a man. And, just out there dating or whatever, because that's what I want to see Kenya do. I think that if she was happier as far as in her romance department, she would be a little bit less messy and all of that. So I would love to see her get her groove back. You know what I mean? Like after that whole graham cracker ear ass fiasco with Walter, aka Frank Mitchell, I think that she needs to go on out there and get her a little bit of dick, because I know that she needs it. Porsha and Oliver, don't care about them either. It's really funny to see Porsha in these damn FaceTime ass relationships. You know what I mean? And I just think that she needs to grow the hell up. I mean, she is 30, like 31, 32, like that, and she's still doing FaceTime relationships and shit. That's some shit that I should be doing. But even me should be doing it, hell, because I'll be 27 in February. So that's some shit that I don't need to be doing either. But I just want Porsha to grow the hell up and realize that she's a grown woman in her early to mid 30s. I just want her to understand that. You know what I mean? Like, she's pretty and everything like that, but she thinks like a damn teenager. But like I said, she is the princess of Thotland. So it is what it is. What do you expect? So, Kandi and Demetria, they have this little video showing party. They get together for that. Everybody comes and supports and all that. The video turned looking like a damn Kisses Down Low video. Looked like that Kelly Rowland Kisses Down Low video with the pink graphics and shit like that. They both look pretty in the video, but I'm still not that sold on the song. But like I told you at the beginning of the video, I might have to listen to it and just make my final opinion on it when I listen to the whole thing, the whole song rather. So I will say that, but they did look beautiful and everybody was feeling it. Now, this is the part where I really have something to say about, and that's when Don Juan walks in on Phaedra, Porsha, and Shamia. They had a conversation. And let me tell y'all something. I recorded the TLC Crazy Sexy Cool biopic again, and I noticed something. I knew Shamia from somewhere. Y'all might need to watch that scene when Chili and T-Boz was at a clothing store, some shit like that. They was looking at some clothes, and then this pregnant girl come up, and Chili asked her what the fuck she looking at, and she was like, I'm pregnant with Dallas's baby. Shamia played the groupie that got pregnant by Dallas Austin. I knew I seen her before. I knew I seen her face before. But they're out there talking about, Phaedra told them about the shit with Todd and how she plans to meet with him and talk to him about paying him the money or whatever. And Phaedra was like, did you and Candy's relationship fall out over money? And it's not really about Todd right now, it's about Kandi and everything like that. So for me, I felt like Phaedra and Porsha's conversation really wasn't that bad. Like, they wasn't throwing shade on Kandi nor Todd. Porsha proposed the question. Phaedra proceeded to answer. Don Juan bringing his ass over here, and I know he probably watching my video, but I'm sorry, but I gotta let you have it right now. He coming in quacking like the motherfucking duck that he is, going in. Now, I will say this. If you hear somebody talking shit about your friend, you are supposed to jump in and defend them. But you coming in at the end of a conversation, and at the end of the conversation really wasn't shady either. You just hearing bits and pieces. If you wanted to know what the fuck they was talking about and wanted to know the real deal about what the fuck they was really saying about your friend, you could have asked them what the fuck was said instead of just jumping off a cliff thinking that you super save a motherfucker when you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I mean? So with that being said, Don Juan did the most. And I'm glad that Porsha walked away and Phaedra walked away. They gave him a swift read and walked on the fuck away. That's what they needed to do, because Don Juan be doing too much. But I do get that he wants to protect his friend. Kandi is like family to him, so I can't knock him for that. But he did the most. That's all I'm saying, you guys. But one thing I will say is this, Porsha. You felt like Don Juan was being aggressive, but you really didn't understand why anybody thought that Glenn was aggressive. just a few episodes ago. Girl, bye. But with that being said, you guys, I'm out of here. This is my review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm sorry it wasn't this video wasn't all that great to y'all, because I know it ain't that great to me, but that's what I had to work with. Next video is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.